Hello.
Hello there, and now our guest is Mitch Ryder. Hey, Mitch, how are you?
Pretty good, considering everything that's going on around here. It's like mad at this house today. It's one of those days where 20 different things hit you at once, and you're just trying to run around like a fireman.
I've had those days, and I do appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Well, I would love to do it at any time. I just didn't count on all these intrusions.
I understand. Well, let's start with you going to be at Raleigh Field. Now, this is going to be August 3rd, and a show called the Sensational 60s Show.
Yep.
And this is a great show. I mean, not only you, but we got Tommy James, the Turtles, Gary Lewis, Mark Lindsay, the Marvelettes, Andy Kim. My God.
Big show.
I mean, what a show.
Yeah.
And for people like to get...
If you wait 10 more years, that show will be touring the retirement homes.
Well, for people who want to get information about how to get tickets, just dial 916-371-4487. I think the show starts at 5 p.m. It's probably going to be a long night, but it sounds like a great show. A lot of great entertainment there.
I believe it. Yeah, I've worked with I think everybody on that show over the years, and the people that desire to continue to perform on the road, like myself and the acts that you mentioned, they take great pain and care to make sure that they're doing good shows. Otherwise, they can't stay out there.
Right. Now, I've always heard this rumor, and you can tell me if it's true or not. Is it true that the name Mitch Ryder came from just opening up a Manhattan phone book?
Well, we were in the R's. Originally, they wanted to call me Michael Rothschild, and we were afraid of offending the great banking family in Europe, and so we decided to go with Ryder, which was just right in the R's there. But it did come out of the phone book, yes.
Wow.
In fact, I called, there were 5 of them, and I called 2 of them to apologize for any pain I may have brought to their lives. And one guy was really upset about it, said, I wish you wouldn't have done that. And I said, well, yeah, I did it.
Too late now.
Yeah.
Well, you had this formula that really worked, this medley formula that, I mean, how did that all come about with some of your songs?
Well, there's a great discussion between my old producer, Bob Crew, and myself. We're not dealing with each other directly, we're doing it publicly, but to defend his position, the first one was the Jenny Take a Rock, combination of C.C. Ryder and Jenny Jenny.
Right.
And it was his idea to pair those particular songs, but the notion of a medley was something the group was to New York.
Right.
Because we used to not want to stop playing and then start another song. We just wanted to play forever, so we would start putting all of our songs together in one song.
Well, I mean, some great hits. I mean, Jenny Take a Ride, Devil with the Blue Dress On. My God. Too Many Fishes in the Sea, Sock It to Me, Baby. These hits, just amazing. And one thing, I was fortunate to see you in concert in the 60s in St. Louis, Missouri.
Was I doing a thing with Danny Thomas there?
Right, and that's exactly where I saw you. It was for the All Sax show, hosted by a disc jockey friend of mine, Johnny Rabbit, who was a disc jockey at that. Unfortunately, Rabbit passed away a couple of years ago, but I was there. It was at the arena in St. Louis, Missouri, and you were one of the headliners for that show, and it was a great show. But I was fortunate to see you then, and then a couple of years ago, I saw you at the Riviera Casino doing a show with Mark and everybody.
Okay.
And I've got to say, and I've heard this for years, that, your records are great, but to see you live is incredible, because the energy that you have on stage, I mean, puts the records to shame.
Wow, thank you. I would suggest seeing me as soon as possible, because they might be listening. Actually, you get a discount now because I don't have as much hair. We're giving out a discount on my performance only. All the other boys have hair, I think. I've never stood with them in the wind, but we don't know. Hey, could I plug my website?
Sure, yeah, because I've been on it, and it's great.
Now, I don't know if you've gone to this one, and we're floating it out of Europe. It's www.mitchryder.de.
Right, that's the one I went to. Yeah, that's your own personal one.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, some great photos, a good bio.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, there's some great stuff on there. Yeah, that's mitchryder.d as in dog, D-E, D-E. And I guess people can go there and find out, like, where you're going to be, tour information.
Absolutely. And we try to provide numbers, too, in case they want to call the venue. A lot of the people that give us contracts, though, don't include numbers to purchase tickets at, but we give all the pertinent, up-to-date information. It's the best website on me you're going to find.
Isn't that great, though, today that, you know, a performer such as yourself, you have an opportunity to have a website like that where you can get a more close, more personal relationship with your fans.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got a large following, too, that's always been with you.
Yes, I do, and it's starting to show up on our, we're getting, see, everybody that visits doesn't register, so we're getting around 500 hits a day, and we think that's pretty good for just starting. We've only launched this particular site a month ago or so, so we're real happy with the way it's working, but I love all the technology and all the new tools that have come along since the old days, remembering when I used to be on stage and didn't even have monitors, you know.
Right.
So everything that's come is something that we can use.
You know, one song that you did some time ago, and my impression is that you were sorry that you did it, even though I liked it.
What Now, My Love?
Right.
No, I'm not sorry I did it. I'm sorry. That was a change in direction by Mr. Crew, my producer.
Right. Yeah, it was totally different from anything you did before.
And if you listen to the album, you'll see that I put everything I had into it.
Mm.
So it wasn't a matter so much of not liking that. It was more than that. It was the politics and the direction that I was heading in. And if you're aware of the album at all, you'll realize that on the other side, the flip side, is a very nice rocky rock and roll side.
Right.
To offset the ballads. But there was a lot of things going on and
right.
with my relationship at that point. So it wasn't so much the song I didn't like. And when I asked people, I had the nerve to ask people not to play it. I wasn't asking them not to play it because I hated my performance. I was asking them not to play it because it represented the politics and the differences and all the unrest that was going on between me and management at the time.
Well, I enjoyed the song itself, What Now, My Love, your version. And I remember as we spoke earlier about being in St. Louis and seeing you, I remember it did very well on the charts there in St. Louis.
Yes, yes.
And it was something completely different from what you did before. But regardless of everything, I thought it was good, and I'm happy with it.
It's the only one that's never made it to CD.
That's right.
I have 22 or 23 CD albums, and that's the only one out of all of them that never made it.
Yeah. And it's probably something you probably don't do in your show, right?
Absolutely not.
Right, yeah, that's what I thought.
But if it were out, I would. Being the true core capitalist I am.
Well, I want to remind everybody once more, Saturday, August 3rd, over at Raleigh Field, Tommy James, Mitch, Turtles, Gary Lewis, Mark Lindsay, lead singer of Paul Revere and the Raiders, who were our guests last week, the Marvelettes, Andy Kim, all at the Sensational 60s show. And for information, just dial 916-371-4487. And don't forget the website, that's mitchryder.de. It's a great website.
Thank you.
Mitch, I want to thank you very much for giving us a call. We appreciate it. And I hope everybody goes out there and sees your show, because you do a dynamic show.
Great.
It's great.
I'll see you there.
All right. Thank you, Mitch.
Okay.
Bye.